Weather Report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Nobody wows clients like we do.
Definitely a rainy start to the day.
Just a little bit, right?
Just a little, just enough to dampen things.
You know what? It almost reminds us of this past winter. And yes, we have a little more showers on the way, but thankfully they're not going to be a whole lot. But let's start off with where we are right now. The satellite radar shows just a little bit of more activity on top of us at the moment. But as we zoom in with our Pinpoint Doppler Live, we can show that those showers have, of course, slowed down for the day. And there's a really big spread when we check in on all the rain totals. Here in San Diego, for instance, we've gotten less than 1/10 of an inch of rain over the past 24 hours. We can see virtually nothing happening in the South Bay right now, but moving it up to some parts of North County, we can see Fallbrook, for instance, got almost 3/4 of an inch of rain. Carlsbad got nearly 1/3 of an inch, and switching to Palomar Mountain now, they've gotten almost 3/4 of an inch of rain as well, just over the past 24 hours. Now, over the next few hours here in San Diego, we're going to stay pretty overcast. We're going to stay pretty gray as we drift into those upper 50s. We're expected to stay mostly dry, but of course, again, we have a slight chance of showers moving in. We're also expecting some relatively chilly temperatures, some relatively cool temperatures. San Diego reaches up to 63 degrees. Those valley neighborhoods hit just 62. The mountains at 48 with a little bit of wind moving in. The deserts reach up to 77 degrees. And checking in on the rain and cloud futurecast, we can see that those showers are lingering throughout the earlier parts of the day for tomorrow. But then fast forward to the time many of us are going to be leaving work at about 5:30 tomorrow. Then the showers are going to be gone. Then we can celebrate Cinco de Mayo being relatively dry. And checking in on the amount of rain we're expecting countywide, not going to be a whole lot. Across the board, looking at less than 1/4 of an inch. Palomar Mountain may get close to 1/4 of an inch, but San Diego seeing just a few hundredths of an inch. So we're not expecting anything very substantial, but we are seeing plenty of wind. We have a wind advisory for the mountains and the desert. That will last until 6 tonight. And we can see some parts of the county are still seeing some wind gusts pretty close to 50 miles per hour. Now we're going to see the same kind of breezy conditions persisting tomorrow, though they're going to be not quite as strong. We could still see some areas looking in the desert in particular that could get right near that 50-mile-per-hour mark, and certainly not as much activity for the coast and those valley neighborhoods. Now starting to take a little bit of a longer view with our futurecast, the last remnants of a storm system weakening on Friday, leaving us Saturday and Sunday. Then a little bit of pressure builds Monday and Tuesday. That means Monday and Tuesday are expected to be the warmest days of the week. Here in San Diego, not a huge temperature difference. We're just reaching up to 65 degrees those days. A little bit of patchy fog in the morning, partly cloudy skies, and after the rainfall for those valley neighborhoods, we're going to see our temperatures rising up right to 70 degrees for Tuesday. Into the mountains, expect again some windier conditions for tomorrow. The breeze a little bit weaker for Saturday. And then finally for the desert, we're going to see temperatures reaching into the 90s by Monday. So Lindsay, tiny bit more rain, but I wouldn't count on needing an umbrella for that much longer.
All right.